All right, let's start, I guess. I think everything works all right. So, hello, everyone. Today I'm playing another J horror game. Last time we played J horror game 2. It's like an indie game, like very obscure one, made by Japanese game dev that goes by the nickname Tarampa, I think. And I decided that the first one was kind of an interesting experience. A bit of a mixed bag, but still kind of an interesting foray into a game you can say that is made by a person that is what it looks like to me. But what kind of impression I got from the first game is that this is a person that is kind of isolated and unfamiliar with sort of modern, you can say maybe Western design conventions, and that's always creates like an interesting potential for all sorts of surprises. So today we're playing a game from them. Hello, zombie. Hello. Called Haisonmeguri. Hopefully I pronounced it right. It's a game that's set. Let me read a store page. It's a J-horror walking simulator game based on a terrifying experience involving an abandoned village. So that's another kind of rural setting we're going to explore. And as you can probably notice, I am playing in English. So that's a little bit of a concession from my side. Last time I saw that playing a game in a language that I don't really know would be a great way to like additionally immerse myself right into an experience of other culture sort of. And it was a big mistake. I think it was a very flawed decision, since me not understanding the language resulted in a lot of meaningless and kind of frustrating backtracking, so I'd like to avoid that. Easy mode this time. Sort of, yeah. It's the game doesn't have an official translation, so I just checked the Steam forums for the game, and thankfully a person by the nickname Modern provided sort of a machine translation that they edited a little bit. So thanks to them. Hopefully we won't get lost this time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm kinda interested, since again I don't really know whether it's like their second game or not. It's their second game in the Steam. But I'm kind of curious how different this one from the first one. Well, from the sort of UI design perspective, we can see some maybe not the best kind of consistency, since again the settings menu is just represented by the graphics quality. Not the best, but you know, it's an indie game, that's alright. I clicked start and the game freezed. Okay, no, everything's alright, thank god. Okay, let's go take, so translation can be rough. Let's go take ghost photos next Saturday. And the other day I got a message from an old friend, Mai. When I was a student, we used to talk about ghost stories and supernatural phenomena. Partly because it was popular, but also because I've always been able to see them. So we never run out of things to talk about. I was told that it wasn't a good idea to go to such places. Also, I could see ghosts. I've never been involved with them, and I knew that nothing good would come from getting involved with them. So we have another sort of line of consistency, exploring another ghost story. Again, sort of very, in a sense, sort of traditional Japanese horror sort of trope. Okay, we have another character called Kaori. It says human sacrifice. Ha! The abandoned village we're about to visit has a sacrificial tradition. Something about how in the old days they used it to control the flooding of the river, or something like that. And the spirit of the sacrificed girl. The spirit of the sacrificed girl is still calling out to take people there. Is that really true? It's true. Okay. There's even a memorial shrine near the pond where the ceremony is said to have taken place. Oh, the text skipped very quickly. Maybe I just... Yeah, in fact, I heard that a lot of people commit suicide in that village. Alright. Shouldn't we just stop? If I get possessed or something, you're in trouble. It's only in the pictures anyway. It's okay. Remember what we talked about on the phone, right? So this time we have some kind of like we have several characters. There's some dynamic between them, so that's new, I guess you can say. In the previous game we were alone for the most part, except like one encounter with a creepy kid that scared the shit out of me. So don't worry, I remember. I'm not going anywhere where you'll feel uncomfortable. Again, okay, right. The text is just... Maybe it's glitched, maybe it's the translation that I patched in, but that line of text just skipped for no reason. I didn't misclick or anything like that. The photos are blurry anyway. There is no way you can get a good clean shot. My photos are taken by a professional. Oh, yes, your uncle, the reporter. I heard he won an award for a picture he took for a magazine. I wonder if this information will be of any importance about the uncle. I used here. Okay, that feels wrong to me, but I guess that's the machine translation. I used to hear about him all the time when I was a student. I used to play with him when I was a little. That dialogue, again, maybe it's probably kind of comes off a little bit awkward because of the translation. Okay, we're here. There's a flashlight behind you. So take care of it. Make sure to lock the door on your way out. Yes, I'm using the key. All right. Also, it's such a nitpick, but the icon for for going to the next line, this icon of a mouse that has like a lot of that highlights the left key, the left button is just I don't know. It's like it's screaming to me that it's so cheerful in a way, you know. I don't know, the vibes of this icon is just, they're so weird. They're not giving me the horror vibes, you know, when you think about a horror game and what kind of UI. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that you don't see it. Let me just hide myself for a second. Yeah, you should see it now. It's just, it feels like maybe it was taken, like downloaded from one of those sites that just give you, provide you like different UI icons for free. I don't know, it's just, it bugs me in a weird way, you know? When I look at it, I feel like it's an icon that you would use in a, you know, in a cheerful visual novel, you know, about cute girls doing cute things, you know, in their everyday life or something like this. But anyway, I needed to point it out because otherwise it is kind of bugs me in a certain way. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'll go ahead. Why are you so excited? A flashlight. There it is. Okay. So we might be in a happy three friends situation. Oh my god, damn. I wonder, do they make cartoons like this anymore? It's just, All right, so we have look at this. We have a friend. We are not alone. What? So, okay, that escalated quickly. There is, okay, we can see there is definitely an upgrade in, at least in form of cutscenes, right? The first game didn't have any of that stuff. Well, it had like in the end, right? The final cutscene. Okay, so we had a friend, and we got like a very false sense of security for like a very short amount of time. Okay, Mai's not here. We got to Chavez her, right? Yeah, like look at those like hints. Yeah, they look like a generic icons. Can you see her body? Actually, yes, I can. All right, it's a small thing that but I always appreciate. You know, when you can do this, when you can actually see in a first-person perspective your character's body. Game of the year, 10 out of 10. I definitely I can agree with this. We are off to a good start. So look at this car. Alright, the game feels a little bit laggy actually, in a weird, maybe not. Last game was kind of a little bit rough tech-wise, and it is made in Unity, by the way. If the toilet is good, it's 10 out of 10. I'm hyped for toilet, that's for sure. For an ugly, creepy, abandoned toilet, you know? That's definitely one of the expectations that I set up myself. Alright, let's examine this paper. I don't know what this is. I picked up a notebook scrap. The village of suicide. This is what many call this abandoned village. In recent years, many people have taken their own lives in this village. Rumor has it that this is due to a sacrificial tradition that occurred around 1800s. The residents of this area, who were suffering from river overflows and landslides, tried to remedy the situation by sacrificing a girl. The grudge of the sacrificed girl is set to summon people to this place and make them lose their lives. Ever since I arrived here, I felt like someone is watching me. I can hear someone talking to me. Yeah, okay, we have a bunch of people who went to this place, I guess. I also think working vending machines are important in games, especially in Japanese video game, right? Since it's an iconic part of a Japanese urban setting, one can, I guess, say at this point. Like if you think about like, oh, Japanese architecture, Japanese street, what it should contain? It should contain vending machine, of course. What are you, stupid? Okay, let's okay, remember the, all right, so thankfully in the pause menu we have all the bindings. Будь осторожен. Я буду осторожен, Юнка. Я буду особенно осторожен. The funny thing is, by the way, you can see that it's such a weird inconsistency, but in the main menu screen you saw that there is only one setting. It's graphic quality setting. But in the game itself, when you're in the game itself and you just go to the pause menu, you actually have a different sets, or like additional set of settings that you can adjust, like brightness, mouse sensitivity, volume, camera shake. But there is no graphic quality. Like you can do this only on the main screen. It's yeah, I feel like it kind of gives me the hint that yeah, this person is, as we kind of speculated last time, is new to the game development, and this is why I feel like this is probably their second game. Is because it's just like all those weird decisions to put the settings in like in one place and another setting in another place. It kind of feels like, yeah, they tried to do something, it didn't work out, and they decided, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here, and I won't touch it, and whatever. And for a game like this, again, it's more of a nitpicking. It doesn't really impact the overall experience, but just kind of funny to see, notice. So right from the start, last game, by the way, the last game that we played, it had gorgeous vegetation, right? All the trees, the bushes. That game, like probably one of the highlights of the previous game that we played, was just trees. How gorgeous they were. And I don't know. In this one, it feels very messy. I'll say that the forest, yeah, not kind of, yeah, I don't know. It feels like they just picked up a bunch of different assets. You know how there are like asset packs in like Unity store or like Unreal Engine marketplace, and they provide like a tree from a different area, like from a different region, right? And it just feels like they picked up different trees from like different packs and smashed them together, which might not necessarily be the case, because again, it's a game set in Japanese, like in Japanese rural area. So I kind of assume they paid attention to what kind of vegetation we're going to encounter, but it's a little bit messy. It kind of lacks this sense of cohesion that is important to sort of, to the sense of beauty. I don't know. Also, the lighting on some bushes like this one, like what is going on? And for some reason, game teaches us that there is a flashlight in a place that is not dark at all. Okay. What? Hello? So we encountered another ghost, I assume? Quite quickly, actually. Yeah, it's actually interesting too how in comparison to the previous game, right? Because the first game was very slow, right? In terms of like showing off its like horror, scary moments. It was building tension like for a long time, and I kind of enjoyed it actually, in a sense, since I feel like it did well in creating this, in building this tense atmosphere of kind of making me wait when it's going to scare me, like when it's going to happen, like when the jump scare will appear, and it just kept not appearing. It kind of messing with me, with my expectations. This one, it looks very straightforward, and also I don't know, that ghost was kind of weird, right? It was it didn't even look like human. It looked like just a shape, like an abstract shape. Not really scary so far. Just curious, Can I go this way? Oh, right, I can check this under breach area. I picked up some sort of wooden statue. Can I? All right, I have inventory. An old statue carved out of wood. It looks like a Jizo, guardian deity of children. Okay. Okay, so I guess someone committed a suicide here. This is that the environmental storytelling that they're trying to kind of present. Looks like a bunch of shoes, right? And like what do you call it, a bag, like an office bag or whatever, suitcase. It's kind of, but because of how low poly the shoes are, they kind of create this this sense of ambiguity. You're just kind of like you're not really sure what it is exactly. You have to kind of guess to a certain extent. But they're kind of cute. Like I think I kind of like those. These little low poly shoes. I would wear them, I think. Although this river canal is so narrow, like really narrow, right? I don't know. Again, I assume it's authentic representation of sort of Japanese architecture. Damn, that's. I'm not even sure. How can you like commit suicide here? Like, the ghost was stood in the shoes. Yeah. That's this is what happened. I assume. I assume that was like a ghost of that person that committed suicide. But yeah, I'm not sure you can die if you fall into this. You would think they, they would have jumped over the higher bridge. Yeah. That's definitely what I think. Maybe it's very deep. I don't know. But also the water. It's the previous game featured some really, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but very creepy water texture. This one kind of exists on this sort of similar level. Definitely not the pretty river. Definitely I wouldn't want to swim in this one. I wonder if that item, that wooden statue you picked up, if it was important or not. Guess we'll see. Also the road. I kinda thought about it at the beginning. But it's so narrow too, right? It just, even for a person it feels narrow kinda, right? So it looks like, it feels like even for one car it's kinda, it's a challenge to navigate this kind of road, which again, I assume is accurate. Okay, it's kind of annoying how some lines of text are skipping. Okay, so we I didn't actually notice, was it our friend or not? Or maybe she just guessed. But you can kind of see, I guess you can say that's like an example when you want to point a player to a specific direction, right? To that upper area. But because it's out of player's line of sight, it's not something that player would think about as a sort of their next goal, right? Their destination sort of. They just decided to use cutscene instead and just like explicitly point camera, right, to that upper area and say like, hey, this is probably where you should go. Which is, again, maybe, I'm not sure how in this particular spot how necessary it was, since I assume the area is like very linear. I can't really get lost. You think it was her? Okay, maybe I just missed it. and the road just ends. There is a rock blocking the way. There is not just rock. There's like a bunch of. There's a lot of things that block the way. Yeah, maybe the previous game is kind of likes to do this kind of like way of justifying why player can't go into certain direction by giving those like character lines like, yeah, the character just doesn't want to go this way and this is why you can't go this way. And in the previous game it was kind of bizarre because the way they did it, and they just used like invisible wall to block player from reaching an area that was like that is visually looks like it should be reachable, right? So that was not good at all, right? But here we can maybe see some improvement in this regard. In this particular case, you can say that maybe you didn't even need that character line, right? It's pretty obvious that I just can't go this way. Alright, so we need to go up, but there is some kind of gate. It's secured with a wire. I can't open it. I need to find something to cut the wire with. I am glad that the character told me that there is a wire because I don't see it. Is there something that blocks the gate? I guess there is something. Yeah, not the most obvious. So it's a bit obscure, but thankfully we got explicit sort of direction. So we need to cut it. And since there's not much where we can go, right? There's only this house. Let's check it out. I keep pressing the flashlight button. Yeah, maybe this is where you could introduce the tutorial to a flashlight mechanic. Maybe that would be a more adequate place. Can I turn it on? Nope. Hello? Wait, what makes it sound? It's like someone ringing, but... was like someone pressing this button? I guess? The ghost figure or whatever? Okay. Oh, the footsteps. Someone is upstairs. All right. Okay, another notebook scrap. Why have the residents disappeared from this village? I searched the surrounding area for information, but I couldn't find anything. Judging from the state of decay of the houses and the abandoned items, it seems that there were people living here until about 10 years ago. Something must have caused them to suddenly become uninhabitable and leave. I'm sure it has something to do with the stairs and eerie voices I have felt since entering the village. I wonder if the strange phenomena are the work of the girl who was sacrificed. There is a shrine built at the back of this village. It is a shrine to offer the soul of the girl and to make her the guardian deity of this village. Would the girl who had been protecting this village until recently suddenly do such thing? I'll say this in terms of story. This one is definitely much more engaging compared to the previous game, right? Where you just kind of start in the house And even so, yeah, I couldn't understand the text, and I wasn't really sure what's going on. But this game is it sets the goal, it sets like the mystery and the tension like right from the start. So I'm definitely enjoying the narrative direction in this game much more. Bro, I couldn't read that. I mean, yes, again, this is true, but you know, I could understand the kind of like the on a high level at least what is going on. I've read the Steam page description, right? Okay, of course we need to go up. Oh, someone's left their jacket. It looks like a nice jacket. I'll take it. Oh, look at that. I mean, I don't know. I just, again, like, what is this? Do you really need this, like, a giant green floating thingy to pinpoint where the interactable object is? It's like, it feels like a placeholder. You know, this is just a placeholder that was never replaced with like a proper green. You wanted to have like a green color. I'm not sure if it would help. Oh, okay. All right, so we got. Did you say green? Did I say green? Should I say orange? I could say green. That's it's kind of a brain fart that I definitely can come up with. I said you might be a colorblind. As far as I'm aware, not really. But yeah, I am like the color. If it was green, it wouldn't really improve. Yeah, I'm talking about like more overall shape, the size, the animation. Yeah, color I would say the least problematic part about that UI element. Because in a game like this, right? Again, it's all about immersion. You want to feel like you're present in the space. Just locked. And you should be like very careful. And if you want to go for like a minimalistic UI kind of approach, you should pay attention that UI elements is just blend as much as you can with the environment in the world, right? It can be diegetic, or they just don't attract attention to them, right? But it's definitely like a giant orange floating rotating thingies. I'm not sure it's the way to go. All right, let's open. I don't think there's anything else right in this house. Oh, that's okay. By the way, I didn't skip a toilet, right? Right? Please tell me there's a toilet in this house. You know what I realized after like finishing the first game? There was never a bathroom in that house, right? I think there was never a bathroom. There was a toilet room, but there was no bathroom in that, and in the house that that woman was living in. Yeah, there is no toilet, right? I didn't miss it. Yeah, I think there is just no toilet. Okay, we have bathroom, and it looks, I don't know, it looks like there is no toilet. Okay, this is I like it. It definitely feels very abandoned. Like all this trash on the floor. And this like very primitive toilet, right? That you kind of expect from, you know, kind of like rural areas, villages, right? Yeah, this is. I kind of like this one. Again, I think Robert Young would give a good mark to this toilet. Yeah, that was a good one. A bathroom too. Like, look at this mess. Look at this dirty clothes, I guess, and everything like is streaked. I can also move through the props. That's weird, but I guess for the sake of like being able to navigate this room without stumbling into everything. Oh, this is good stuff. So we got what we needed, right? We got the most important part. But another thing that I kind of, it's kind of interesting to me that this is supposed to be like an official. It's like a main entrance, right, to the house. But like the way you approach it, yeah, it doesn't feel like this though, right? It's like it feels like a back exit or something. How you need to how you go from the street, or maybe it's not official entrance actually. Okay, whatever. Let's just continue. I don't want to turn this stream into another like 2.5 hour stream. All right, let's save our friend. Let's focus on the important things. Oh. Oh, that's the door. Oh, look at you. A creepy doll. That is weirdly in a like a in a like a normal glass box, right? That is not damaged at all. Kinda has interesting contrast with overall abandonness, you know, and decay that surrounds us in this area. There's like a pretty doll in a pretty box. Hello. Can I help you? Can I pick you up? Nope. Oh, what is this? Is it like a house completely like submerged under earth or something? One of the notebook scraps noticed pointed out like landslides, right? That villagers suffered from floods and landslides. Maybe it's one of those things. Yeah, it looks like a roof to me of the house. Okay. Oh, we have another playground. Can I write this? Nope. Okay, I can interact with those planks. It's nailed down and won't come off. I need to find a nail puller somewhere. Okay, this one is a little bit weird. Why would I need to go into this toilet? Huh? Holocaust committed suicide. Oh man, the ghost of the house. It sounds great, you know, as a concept, right? The ghost of like of a human. Nah, that's just cliche at this point. But the ghost of the house. Now you have me interested. Just rip the woods off. I mean, yeah, those planks don't really look sturdy. I guess our protagonist is very weak, you know. Yeah, this one is a little bit weird because I don't know, maybe in the cutscene our friend ran into this toilet and barricaded herself. No, it doesn't make sense. No, okay, I don't know. I don't know why she wants to go into this toilet. This one is a little bit weird to me. Until that point, the game was actually like very good at giving us a very like straight and like intuitive goal, right? It's like it's understandable. Like our friend got snatched, and okay, we need to follow our friend. We need to find her. Okay, we've seen a cutscene that shows that she was like running somewhere here, right? Okay, we need to go up. I understand. There is a gate that is blocked. I need to find a way to unlock it. So like the goals, the short-term goals, objectives, like I understand, and I'm completely sort of in line with, you can say, in sync with the player's motivation, right? Our protagonist wants to like find her friend, and yeah, I want to find her friend too. How did your friend get past the target? Yeah, that's I guess she picked up a different pass, but considering the area, it's not really clear how. Maybe she's a good wall climber. I don't know. You can think about that one too, and find it a little bit strange. But this one is like, I could kind of like don't really pay attention to that gate, maybe you can say, inconsistency sort of. But this one is just, I don't know what's going on. Maybe she really wants to go into the toilet. Okay. You know, I'll say this. It's really good. Like a playground that has a toilet right near it. That's a good urban planning, you know? I approve. I think that's where people linger for a long time. You put toilet here. That's a good choice. The previous game, the playground in the previous game didn't have toilet, right? Located in the playground. So that's, you can say that this village had a better like urban planner or something. Okay, this time it feels like we have a little bit of a choice where to go. There are like 2 houses that we can explore. Let's go on the right. I like canisters. Oh, all right. That's a little bit startled me, just a little bit. Just a little bit. It didn't scare me. Just startled a little bit. I don't know why. Again, it's sort of just like a preference thing, but I really love silent jump scares. You know, just not those cliche, right in your face, screaming monstrosities. No, just like a out of nowhere, like there's a human like figure standing, and it just disappears without making any noise. That's definitely the stuff. That's the type of jump scare that I prefer. Okay, we good. Do we need those? No, we have another notebook. It was about 10 years ago that the number of people committing suicide in this village began to increase. A woman in a dress was the first to go. This is my guess, but I suspect that the woman who committed suicide is still wandering around this place. She chose this village as her final resting place and took her life. That's a great choice. If I would like to end my life, that's in a Minecraft. I would go for Abandoned Village. And unable to be reborn, she has been searching for a companion for many years. This village has become a place of abhorrence because it has observed the grudges of those who have taken their lives here. It has truly become a place of abomination. Since then, this abandoned village must have been attracting people with weak hearts. Alright, I see where you're coming from. Is this like a... what is this? Is it like a heater thing? I guess this is what it is. Wait, it's two TV boxes stacked upon each other, huh? What? What is going on here? It feels strangely erotic to me, especially like the colors black and red. Yeah, I'm feeling there's some symbolism in this one. Looks like a mosquito killer? Oh, really? That looks like some very advanced, like again, you know, the this sci-fi-esque Japanese tech. Yeah, that's yeah, this is some sci-fi shit. All right. And we got a fridge too. We got like this is like this is where you store the clothes, right? And like gasoline canisters. There's like so many things. Box on box action. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, damn, this is. I'm really, I don't know. There's something going on. It must be intentional. This is my favorite house so far. You know, out of all the houses. Okay, no, the previous house is a great disgusting toilet. Actually, maybe that was better. More gasoline canisters. Like, what is going on here? Someone wanted to burn this place, and they just didn't carry it out. You sure the bottom one isn't the microwave? I don't know. It kind of. Actually, it can't be. It might be. It might be microwave. But it also looks like a TV to me. I don't actually. A TV box stacked upon a microwave. That's even more erotic in a sense. All right. I'm leaving this place. I'm like, let's go up. Oh, look at that. A suicide happened here. No, I really enjoy so far this house exploration, you know. What a quote. Nobody saw. I like the setup of the news and the chicken out. Yeah, you know, in a sense, it kind of lines up with what is going on here? Why are you moving? That was kind of creepy. It kind of lines up with my thought about the gasoline, right, canisters. Like, it kind of looks like maybe someone wanted to burn the place, and they didn't. And then there is this. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is a covered house or something. The person wasn't very brave who lived in this place. All right, we got our plank destroyer. I almost wanted to, like, for a second, I want to say, like, how look at this. They show us the toilet, right? The place where we need to use this tool from the window, right when we pick up the nail puller, whatever the thing is called, to kind of like reinforce our objective, right? To remind the player, and like in a subtle way, oh buddy, remember where you need to use this. But actually no, you don't even see the toilet. So yeah, I was just completely off the mark. Oh, but there is a crate that they would stand on and kick away, right? Oh yeah, you're kind of, yeah, you're right, but also that's not very sturdy crate, right, to stand on when you hang yourself. When you want to like hang yourself, I feel like it would be very easy to like trip on this like plastic crate because it's so unstable. Yeah, I can almost picture this. A person like standing on this crate and then and flipping before, you know, committing the act, because this is just like such a shitty option. Just pick up a normal stool. If you trip it, well, yeah, it's you're kind of right. I've seen this jacket before. I've seen this. God damn it! Wait a second. What? How is it hanging? What? This is some creepy shit right here. I have no idea how this jacket stays like in that place. Yeah, I'm living. Yeah. that was some weird stuff. All right. Okay, wait a second. I just noticed one thing. Oh, that's interesting. They disable sprinting in houses. When I'm indoor, I can't sprint. Like, I'm pressing shift right now. And the moment I go outside, yeah, I can sprint. Oh, that's interesting choice. Maybe it was made so you could like, since the houses are the places where like they're the most dense areas with all sorts of like encounters, like, and events, right? Like jump scares. There was like the hanging thingy, the news or whatever. It was moving around. You in those like encounter event dense areas, you kind of maybe want to be sure with what speed player moves to account for the timings, right? When you do the scary thing, right? And you kind of want to be sure that what speed player will move with, so they can't like fuck up or mess anything if they just sprint accidentally or something. Maybe this is a motivation. I don't know. You respect the decision? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just stretching this. I can kind of see. I can like speculate and sort of see the reason. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. Another sort of the theory that comes to my mind, that maybe it's just, you know, it's not cultured, you know, to run in the house, you know, as a kid, when you run around the house, like the parents would always like, what is going on? Someone just did something, or they would like always scream at you like, stop running, It's bad behavior. Don't do this. And as considering that in Japan, Japanese people are famous for being a very well mannered individuals. Maybe that's just subconscious sort of kind of like mindset carried of that developer, of this game, kind of carried into them implementing this mechanic. I don't know. Okay, let's go for the second house. So I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, since I kind of got what I need. I can't open it with my bare hands. It's all tangled up in the Eevee. Alright, so if you take a stick or something and apply pressure at all once, it will... I like how the character just like basically directly refers to it, like, if you could do this, I could open the door. Like this is not how a person sings, right? Like in their when they have like an internal monologue or something. This is not how you sing. Or maybe that's also just like a translation. Okay, it's not being very good. Alright, anyway, so that's our next goal that we need to get to. And I was wrong basically about the about like non-linearity in this particular place. It looked like kind of I had a choice, right? But actually no. The order, the progression is linear, which is in a sense like it's sort of like one of the common points you can hear when talked about like a good level design, right? That you don't necessarily need to have a non-linearity. You need to create an impression of non-linearity in a player's mind, right? That they would think like they have a freedom, that they are not like being guided by someone through like a corridor. So in a sense you can say like that was a instance of a good level design, okay, let's get into this toilet. It's a second toilet and we will rate it, that's for sure. All right. God, this is like so narrow. Like imagine if you like two people, there's like one person enters the toilet and the other one like exiting the stall, and you stumble in this like particular spot. It would be so awkward, like how you need to like move past each other. All right, we got our pipe. A rusty iron pipe. I like how all the pages, it's just they use the same image. They don't even like look different. I would have liked it if you could see the pipe through the window. Yeah, you can. That's actually kind of funny, right? Because again, it's kind of like the classy key and like door problem in a sense. That not that big of a problem, but yeah, it's a classy issue when if I didn't go to that house right in the end of the street and instead just enter the toilet first, I would get that pipe and I would have no idea why do I need this pipe? What do I use it for? Right, so basically I would find the key before finding the gate. And in this case, it's kind of like, it's an example where it kind of hurts the player sort of understanding of what is going on there, like the clarity, their intentionality, right? What they need to do. Thankfully or luckily, I know what I need to use it for. Even so, yes, again, it's not really like the connection between the toilet and the house is just, yeah, there's just no motive. Yeah, you did. If you could like at least open the stall and put the pipe. But again, yeah, it's even in this case, it's the positioning, right? The order of encountering the toilet even if you could see the pipe, you look at this, okay, I see a pipe, but why do I need to get that pipe, right? Because you didn't encounter that house. So it's the progression a little bit messy, you can say, in this case. Again, I don't, this kind of gate and key, sort of the misjuxtaposition, you can say, of gate and keys. Again, it's, for me personally, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, you can definitely see how you could try to improve this. And so the issue of, again, the motivation, right? As I talked about when I got to the toilet for the first time, like, why do we need to get into this house, right? What's like with the point? Okay, we got the pipe, we can enter this house. Why do we need to get into this house? How do we know that this is the direction where our friend went in? And again, even if it's this case, as you zombie pointed out earlier, like, how did they pass all those gates, right? All those locked doors and gates. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of, the motivation, right? The establishment of motivation for the player, it started on a good footing, but now it's just kind of like, it falls into this like in a very gamey sort of structure where the player needs to go into this direction because this is like the only direction they can go, right? Again, the intentionality and understanding what are you doing, it's just kind of suffering here. Like, why I need to go this way? Well, because I this is the only way I can go, and I know I can interact with this door, and I'll just do this. You'll see the pipe, not think much of it. Then later when you try to open the door, you can think, oh, I could use that pipe. In that sense, I guess, yeah, that would help. And in this case, you would need to redo the text, right? When we encounter those planks. Actually, no, I don't remember. Did the character like explicitly said that we need to go into this toilet? No, she didn't, right? She didn't say that. She just said that we need to like we need to find a way to get those planks, which is again still, it's still, yeah, that would definitely be a better way to execute the whole thing. But there that particular spot with the planks, right, when you encounter them, and you can and the character tells you, yeah, you need to get rid of those planks. It's still a little bit like, it's a bit nonsensical. Anyway, let's just go. Also, oh my god, it's so trippy how the tree is moving. You see? Is it like a load thing? I'm not sure what's going on, but this is so weird. This is like a very bizarre case, but I kind of like in other instances, in other spots, you can kind of, with you like a side vision, I could like notice like something is moving, right? Like on the left. If you pay attention to the tree on the left, you can see like it's like subtly rotating. You know, it's just, oh, it's so trippy. Yeah, it looks really weird, and yeah, again, I don't know how intentional it is. I kind of leaning to the side that it's probably not intentional, considering that all the other technical aspects of the game, but it definitely adds to the sort of, to the creepiness of the atmosphere. If all the trees were wiggling in the wind, it would be much less noticeable. Yeah, this is like everything is so static, right? It's just, again, maybe I assume that was intentional, because you can kind of, if you go for this abandoned space mood, you can maybe want to go for this like everything is just dead, right? And including trees, like nothing is moving, everything is static. But when you have this like weird glitches keep happening, that's definitely doesn't help. All right, let's get in. Can I go? Okay, I can just creep through this door. Oh, there's like a courtyard. I guess I can, and I can see like the corridor that connects this house to that house. All right, so I assume this is where I need to go. Also, it's like those black, semi-transparent bottles, they're like so creepy. And especially when you look at them from the certain distance, right? It's just they look like silhouettes. They look like completely black, right? That adds again to the creepiness. And this is some creepy prop right here. There's creepiness everywhere in this game. Alright, let's get that. I almost forgot about that notebook scrap. The girl who became the guardian goddess has been protecting this village for a healthy amount of time. There must be a reason why her power has vanished. Anyway, let's go to the shrine. I want to die. I want to die. Oh, okay, that's escalated quickly. I kind of like the progression of that character. That unseen character sort of psychological state, I guess we can say. How they're like telling us like, oh yeah, this place attracts a lot of people with suicide tendencies, and there is like also this lore about this girl that was sacrificed. By the way, I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. Okay, that was a little bit abrupt. Also, you can kind of point out to how this game, using this kind of like a very old and cliche, you can say, way of feeding lore, right, to the player by using like those pages from journal that like placed for, again, kind of nonsensical reasons all throughout the area. Like, again, like in this place, this person who I guess arrived to this place to commit suicide, and they're also like very knowledgeable about like the story of this place. Like, why would you like leave all those pages? Hello. Oh, what's this? There's like some kind of attachment under the table. I wonder what's the purpose of that. Maybe like another heater? Kind of looks like heater. I don't know. Everything makes me think about heaters for some reason. Anyway. Oh. What? I can't move? Well, nice to see you again. Well, first of all, I want to say that I respect the bravery, you know, of this game. How it's just, you know, you think like about motivation of the developer, right? Like, okay, I have a door. I have doors in my video game, and I probably want to make sure when the player interacts with the door like goes into the opposite direction, so there's like no weird clipping. No, not in this one. Like yeah, this is just they don't give a shit. You can clip all you want. It's like it feels like almost intentional, and this like very aggressive door opening right into your face. I can respect that. What I don't, I can't really respect what happened next, like the Monka S moment, is so what they did is they decided to just turn off players' movement, right? In this particular spot. Again, for a reason so that we couldn't like mess up this like next Monka S moment that happened, like this little jump scare, right? Also, I don't know if you can call it a jump scare. So, yeah, I'm not sure I like it. It feels a bit, just a bit inconsistent. You know, it just like feels to me like, oh yeah, I want to have this scary moment in this corridor. How do I make sure that the player doesn't like mess it up, right? How the player doesn't like accidentally moves right into the creature. Okay. I'll just remove. I'll just lock the movement in that particular spot for no reason. Yeah, that feels a little bit kind of. It feels like a lack of faith in player, you know, and maybe a little bit of a laziness too. Because you can just make, let's say, this corridor just longer, maybe, right? Remove this door or like make it open from the start, and just make it static so it doesn't like close automatically. And as a player moves in, right? As I mentioned, and then the previous stream, that corridors they're like one of the best tools, right? Types of spaces for showing player like a specific event, because you're kind of more or less can guarantee that they will see it. And you just remove this door, make it open, and introduce this scary ghost figure when the player like moves somewhere here, right? I think that just it would work out as well, you know, without that weird moment where you just for some reason I can move. And which I assume it's also like it would introduce a lot of like confusion on player part, right? Instead of, I can see it like instead of being like very tense, very scary event, instead it just feels like, wait, what is going on? What is happening? Is it a bug? Is the game bugged out? Because this is what I thought about, right? This is like what came to my head immediately. This is like, wait a second, why can't I move? Is it some sort of glitch? And then I like looked on the left, and I noticed there's like the ghost figure. Okay, all right, and I realized, all right, that's just a scary. It's like the event, and for that particular event, I got like my movement disabled. Also, as you like this particular decision, right? Design choice arguably has some significant flaws, right? Because as you noticed, because I got like confused about why I can't move, I started like moving my camera like all around the way, right? All around the place. I started like looking down, trying to figure out what is going on. And there is like a considerable chance that some players would just like skip like a significant portion of this like scary encounter, right? Or this horror event. Because they were just like looking in other directions, like trying to figure out like what is going on with their movement. So arguably it's not even it's not even like a safer choice for like showing something. Nah. Look at this. There's so many car tires. Are that like, oh, what? Okay, I picked up another wooden statue. No, that's the wrong one. It looks like, wait a second. It's to the same statues. They just have like a different coloring. That's it. All right. Maybe that's some sort of collectible. Yeah, that house, I would rate it 5 out of 10. Not that impressive. Nothing really sexual going on in terms of like TV boxes and microwaves. Nothing really disgusting in terms of like creepy toilets and bathrooms. Nah. Oh, actually, wait a second. I feel like this is important. Can I interact with this? No, I can't. What is it, by the way? Is it like this like wait, what is it, like a water? It's like a valve, and you use this contraption to like pump water or something. Yeah, that's yeah, it kind of looks like well, right? So I guess this is how. No, this like, but it's sealed. It's like a sealed well. Huh, that's interesting. Interesting stuff is going on. Okay, we have a toilet. I have another notebook scrap. I'm going with you. All right. This is such an interesting, like a outside toilet, right? It's so. I don't know. I feel like this corridor is so like unnecessarily long, you know. Like, like if you imagine if like building a toilet for yourself, right, for your personal use, like you're making this long corridor. Yeah, no, something is weird about the toilet. Somehow I don't believe in it, you know. It's just, it's not believable enough. Yeah. God, the fucking trees. Okay, now we're out into the wilderness. I guess we're approaching the shrine. And no sign of our friend. Again, it's like, it's kind of weird how just you got like a glimpse, I guess, of our friend like running somewhere, right? And then just after that, no way to sort of remind us, like, hey, buddy, by the way, you're searching for your friend. No, it's just we kind of, it feels like we sort of tried to search for her, and now we're just exploring on our own. We don't really care. Especially considering, right, again, it's sort of another sort of classical like problem with sort of pacing and player motivation, like a narrative, you can say, when from the story perspective, you would think that the character is in a state of of urgency, right? We got our friend captured and lost. We don't know what's going on, right? You would think that the character would like to like storm through the area, like run around, but the gameplay is the opposite of that. It's just like a very slow, methodical exploration of, we're just going through every house, we're enjoying the scenery. Yeah, that's doesn't really match well with the kind of embedded story that the game goes for. All right, what's this? Sacrificial offerings. I mean, I don't know. Like, look at this. Look at this beautiful. Well, maybe not that beautiful, but nice prop of a shrine, and you have this abomination floating in the center of it. It just ruins everything. Anyway, I'm done. I'm running. Oh, okay, we stumbled into a cutscene. Is it worse than the Google Maps thing from the game? I feel like they're kind of on the same level, but yeah, this one is a bit more vomit-inducing. I don't know. Okay, what happened? What? What just happened? Did we just commit suicide? Behind our friend? Oof. That was... I have no idea what happened. I kind of want to replay it. Is there like a checkpoint system? No, there is no checkpoint system. All along, it was you who was writing the notes. Speedrun. Ah, that's... Yeah, there's no... We're starting from the beginning. Any percent. Yeah, this is... Alright, that's... that was... I don't even know what to think about it. We found our friend, finally, and then we just committed suicide. I guess maybe it's like it's sort of going for some sort of subversion of expectations, and you know, kind of going for a twist that, like in the beginning, we found our friend, so it's a moment of relief, right? It's like at the moment, like, all right, oof, everything is good. We found our friend, and then boom, actually no, that everything is not good. You just committed suicide behind your friend. I don't know. It's starting to think it's better if you don't understand the text. Actually, yeah, kinda. And I feel like if I didn't go for unofficial translation, I wouldn't get lost like in the last game, you know, because it's kind of more streamlined. There's like everything is kind of like represented in a very like obvious linear fashion, right? Yeah, it wasn't like it's interesting, right? The kind of the mood and the purpose of the ending, because in the previous cutscene, or not in the cutscene, in the previous game, right? We had like a very sort of classical, maybe it's a cliche ending, like where you have a monster that jump scaring us and getting us right in the end, and which is again, it's like an ending that follows, you know, typical horror tropes maybe, and here we have just completely different thing, a bit like just nonsensical stuff that at least for me it's just nonsensical. I guess you can try, like if you try to think about it, about the story, like all the pieces of lore about this place, how people with grudges and weak hearts or something, right, are attracted to this place and they commit suicide. So you can maybe think about how they were like manipulated and mesmerized or something by the ghost or something to commit suicide. So we kind of like we lost our will, right? We followed the ghost will or something. So it's I can kind of see like different interpretations that you can come up with, which is maybe was one of the goals that you can go for, but I don't know. It was also so abrupt, you know. It's one of those cases where you think the game will continue, like the game still has a lot of things going on, right? But no, it's just boom. That's the end. in a kind of like not good anticlimactic way, I would say. Yeah, but well, I guess that was. Let me just get to some nice. Can I skip it? Cutscene. Oh, you can. Oh, you can kind of see that she's our friend. Is she's kneeling in front of that ghost figure? So maybe she was already under some sort of hypnosis or something. Maybe this is what they're going for. So she was like under ghost control, like from the beginning or something. Yeah. So that was. Let me get the name. That was Haisonmeguri. Another J-horror walking sim game from the same author. And it's honestly it's kind of interesting that you can see how different this game, right, in terms of how it introduces, how it like handles narrative, how it introduces the progression through the level. There again, the ending was just completely like a different thing mood wise compared to the previous one. So I can definitely feel some experimentation, I guess, and creative, I don't know, searches and attempts like to do something different in the same sort of genre of J horror. But I know it's actually, as a horror, judging it as a horror, it wasn't really scary at all. Like, it didn't have the kid, right? So maybe that was a little bit of a letdown. Damn, that kid from the first game. I won't forget that kid. Damn it. But yeah, I guess that's it for today. That was like a kind of like a nice, small, look at Japanese walking sim scene, you can say. Like what is going on in Japanese area in this regard. It's kind of, again, funny. It's kind of interesting to how you can see how this game and the previous game breaks a lot of sort of conventions. As I mentioned last time, a lot of conventions in level design and design overall that are not very common and accepted. But at the same time, it falls into like, it falls and does a lot of design choices in a very basically the same fashion, right? That the Western counterparts do. So there's like and it feels like just kind of like interesting coincidences in a way. Since I feel like this person is just they're like very new in the game development, and they just do their own kind of thing for the most part. So yeah, that's it for today, I guess. I don't really know what I'll play next. I didn't think about it. We'll see. Again, I'm not really sure whether I'll stream on Saturday or next Tuesday. It will depend on my mood, on the vibes, yeah, we'll see, I guess. So yeah, that was GG. So, as usual, thank you, Zombie, for coming. Thanks to anyone who watched that stream in the WOD. And have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. And as usual, stay safe, vigilant. I'll see you next time.